and we also recorded enough songs for a second album.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. So I still have that in the vault.
Let's jump straight into it. Tell us about your latest project, Makaveli Rydaz Volume 2.
Well, I got the Makaveli Rydaz Volume 2. It was supposed to be out today. It'll be out Monday. So
okay.
Got some nice, good tracks on that. Y'all check that out. A few variety of artists featuring on that as well. I try to spread out, the love and let a lot of people unknown get with the known, you know what I mean? So they can grow their career as well.
I'm with that.
It's a cool, smooth album. Then I got a few other projects coming. I got a Cali to Canada project coming with a lot of artists on that as well. Coming right behind that will be another EP. I got an EP called High Octane that I'm coming with another 4 album that I'm finna drop in January. So December finna be a drop month. You know what I mean? So it's like I got a lot of projects dropping this month.
I like that. We need more Nuttso.
Right.
For sure. I mean, where can fans listen to the albums? The Makaveli Rydaz drops on the Volume 2 drops on Monday. Where can they buy it?
It'll be online everywhere. Anywhere you can purchase music, streaming music, downloads, it'll be available on that site.
For sure. I mean, you've got Castro listed on the Makaveli Rydaz Volume 2. I mean,
yes.
Do you still keep in contact with Castro? I mean, he kind of keeps himself to himself, doesn't he? He's out of the limelight.
We all kind of keep, to ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Just, over a time of just growing up, you know what I'm saying? You tend to, be by yourself and come together on certain moments. And, but for the most part, I stay to myself, you know what I mean? And then I reach out here and there every now and then, but I got to keep a straight path, got to stay focused, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely feel that. I mean, how is Castro these days?
I presume he's doing good. Haven't heard anything negative on him. So I believe he's doing good.
That's good. That's good to hear. I mean, another feature, and you featured with the late Hussein Fatal. When the Outlawz fans know you had a very close relationship with Hussein Fatal. I mean, do you remember the first time you spoke to Fatal?
I believe Pac introduced me. Well, when Pac introduced me to the rest of the Outlawz, that was my first initial conversation with any of the Outlawz.
Right.
Further to becoming a member of the Outlawz, selectively picked by Tupac.
Yeah.
Our relations just grew, you know what I'm saying? More and more.
Sure.
Me and Fatal decided to do an album when we wasn't participating in the group Outlaw album. So me and Fatal decided to do a duo album, Outcasted Outlawz, and run with that, you know what I mean? So we did one album, and we also recorded enough songs for a second album.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. So I still have that in the vault. And timing is everything. So, I was actually waiting to get a hold of his kids so I can make sure that they get their fair issue of his due diligence, you know what I mean? Of his likenesses, of his, his creative differences. And that's really the only thing that I'm really waiting on to release that project. I want to make sure that his kids, reap the benefits from that. You know what I mean?
Definite. I mean, that's a really nice touch, Nuttso. Really nice touch. I mean, it was such a tragic accident what happened, and he was definitely a fan favorite. And I mean, what do you remember most about Hussein Fatal?
Oh man, he was just a real dude, man. That's why we connected, man. He was a real dude from the streets, you know what I mean? And I grew up in the streets, and me and him had a lot in common, streetwise, our lyrical styles was different, but we both was gas, you know what I mean? But streetwise, we had a lot of similarities.
The new project titled Makaveli Rydaz, it pays tribute to Tupac. I mean, you've done that since since 1996. You know, you've wrote for Pac since 1996. You know, and throughout your career, it's been evident, and the fans appreciate that. You know, the fans really do appreciate that. I mean, tell us how you met Tupac.
I met Tupac through MC Hammer.
Okay.
And MC Hammer is from my hometown, Oakland, California.
Yeah.
East Oakland. So, you know, I was doing music with I was doing music in the streets with a couple other cats, and got introduced to Hammer.
Sure.
Through a mutual friend.
Mm-hmm.
And shortly after that, I came to Hammer like, I want you to manage my solo project. And, it was already in his mind to do that. So sure. At that point, it was just full throttle. A week later, a week or so later, he get back at me and was like, Tupac want to meet you at the Death Row. I've been playing your music for him.
Wow.
I'm like, oh, what? Like, okay, let's make it happen. So make a long story short, flew down to LA. Hammer introduced me to Tupac, and from then on, Tupac loved my music. He loved what he heard, and he wanted me to be a part of his outlaw group.
Yes.
So all that came about in the year 96. You know what I mean? So it was like a flush, like, okay, bam. Next thing you know, I'm giving my CD to MC Hammer. The next thing you know, I'm doing a song with Tupac, and it's like, wow, okay.
Crazy. That's a crazy story. I mean, what was the process like of being, because he was initiated as an outlaw by Pac himself? I mean, what was that moment like?
Oh, it was a real interesting moment.
Mm-hmm.
We had just left the studio. It was Scarface and Tupac. They did the song Smile.
Yes.
And we was up in the studio, Scarface, Face Mob, Tupac, and the rest of the Outlaws. After that studio session, we was on our way back to, we leaving the studio session, we're on our way back to Pac's mansion in Malibu. Sure. Pac was like, man, we're gonna blindfold you, man. We're gonna blindfold you, man. Wow. It's not that we don't trust you. Or, let me paraphrase that. It's not that I don't trust you. It's just that, we did everybody like this. I'm like, man, it's nothing. I trust y'all and you enough to blindfold me. Wow. But I know ain't nothing gonna happen to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, and I understood, when you come from the streets, you just, some things you just don't question. Sure. You know what I mean? So, and I'm a solid dude. I was a solid dude then, and I turned out to be a solid dude after. Yeah. So when you grow up in that kind of type of environment, a lot of stuff just don't need to be explained. When you know you're not in a danger or a dangerous situation or position, then you can rock with it. It's an adrenaline. It's like a, what I'm saying? It's like a positive adrenaline. You know what I mean? But it was nice, man. We get there, we get to the mansion, I'm chilling downstairs, Pac told me wait downstairs. So I'm downstairs chilling and watching the let me rewind back. We had wanted to leave the studio. Pac wanted to leave the studio early to get back to the house, because this was the first night that the John Gotti story was being aired on HBO, I believe it was HBO, Showtime, one of those ones. Yeah. So he had wanted to catch the full story of that. And we got back, and it was probably maybe 20, 30 minutes, if so, into that, a few minutes, 15, 10, whatever. But it had already started. So when we walked in, we all glanced to the TV for a minute. Pac was like, I got to get back to that. I'm going to go upstairs. You stay right here. And so they went upstairs, had their little talk, and then he came down and got me. Yeah. Like, come on, Nuts, go upstairs. We're chilling in the room. It's a little bed. All of us linked around a little bed. Pac talking to us. We looking at Pac. He just explaining a lot of things, not even just the initiation part of me becoming an outlaw. Sure. He was just explaining a lot of things that, we might see being an outlaw, wow, being with him, what I'm saying, being out in public. And, one of the things he said was, if he died, well, he pointed around the room, Pac was making examples out of everybody. Like, hey, look, if you die, we all got to pull together, stick together. If you die, you die, we all got to pull together, stick together. If I die, y'all got to pull together and stick together. You see what I'm saying? So that was part of a major thing to the conversation in the meeting, because it's like, if one die, the rest got to pull together and stick together, right? You don't really get that kind of type of treatment. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't even really get that kind of type of speech being spoke to you. In the hood, you be like, man, one of us die, man, we're gonna go over there and slide and smash on them, you know what I'm saying? We'll get back, blah, 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 right? So Pac was a little bit more strategic. You know what I'm saying? If a death happened, we supposed to get smarter from that.
Wow.
Not dumber to that.
Sure.
Not senseless to that. You know what I mean? So I looked at, you know, Pac's death as a little life learning lesson.
Sure.
You know what I mean? When you grow, like I say, man, when you're growing up in the streets, you can kind of expect it, but you would never accept it. You know what I mean? So you just got to take what you learned from it and grow and teach. You know, like Pac said, each one teach one. You know what I mean? So I am no use of you if I can't teach you.
Exactly.
See?
Exactly.
So, you know, that's how I rock, man. And you know, but that meeting Pac was, man, that was the the highlight of my career, man. You know, so
wow. I mean, I've read the books, I've seen the documentaries, but just to hear it from yourself, you know, you was actually there.
right.
Wow, that's it's kind of mind blowing. It's like, you know, Pac was really like that. You know, he passed that knowledge down to his
definitely.
and wow, that's something crazy. You know,
Pac was, you know,
he was so deep on each and every level, you know. And
it was like, it wasn't really the fact that, see, it goes beyond deep.
Sure.
When you're dealing with a person like that, it's more so because everything he spoke on, we perceived it to be a deep message. You see what I'm saying? So when you got a person like that, his explanation, his way of explaining things was vivid. It was clear to you. It was, you gonna get the picture. You ain't need to ask him twice.
Sure.
Because he felt that he didn't have enough time to repeat himself. You see what I'm saying? So he had to express himself in a very clear way to where you understand it.
Yeah.
And you'll get it the first time. And that's what it was. So it wasn't more so of the deep. It was more of a combination of him being a real serious person.
Sure.
Also having a deep intellect.
I'm with you. Yeah. I mean, taking that intellect, what was it like in the studio? What was it like recording with Pac in the studio?
It was beautiful, man. It was a lesson. It was class. It was growth. You know what I mean? So you got it was confidence. It was motivation. It was a lot. You know what I mean? Because it was a lot. You know, when you hear a lot of studio stories, you think of, you think of women. You think, you know what I'm saying? You just think of a place to kick it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, this was a work environment. You know what I mean? So that work has to be done before anything come into play. Before you go play, you know, before you go kick it, you know, before you, whatever, man, we got to get this work done.
Yeah.
Once we get this work done, then we'll gradually kick it at the same time, but the work comes first. You know what I mean? So, you know, get in there, smoke weed, kick it with the chicks. Yeah, that's cool. Sure. But if you ain't progressing in the work, then that ain't cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so Pac was real, not aggressively pushy, but creatively pushy. Like, man, we got to do this. Let's go. Next up, next one in. Boom. All right, boom. That's done. That's cool. All right, hook. Boom, boom. Hook done. Okay, cool. Throw that to the side. New beat. You know, so constantly going. You know what I mean? It was just a simile line. You know what I mean? Yeah, one person doing this, one person doing that, one person writing to this, one person writing to that. Sure. One beat coming up, they finishing the song, the next one finna come up, you on this. So it was an assembly line, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was constantly moving.
For sure. I mean, you've just mentioned there when you was upstairs, when you was initiated as an outlaw initially. What advice did he pass down to you? Any other knowledge, pieces of knowledge did he pass down to you?
It was a lot of knowledge that he passed down to me, from, I mean, just outside the meeting to just riding around with him and kicking it with him. It was a lot of messages, you know. Man, as you know, trust nobody. Number one, but I ain't had to hear that from him to believe that, So um man, stay motivated. The most one thing that that stuck with me was criticism. You have to turn it into construction.
Wow. Okay.
You know what I mean? So people gonna talk about you. Oh man, he's still rapping. Oh man, he can't rap, or
Sure.
he ain't making no money from the rap. Those are all speculations. Those not even opinions. You see what I'm saying? Those are speculations.
Sure.
Because you're not doing your research. And if you grew up in the streets, you're not going to stand on that corner and give away your product.
Exactly.
Just so you can be called a thug, or you wouldn't even be called a drug dealer if you're giving it away. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, for sure.
So if I'm in this, best believe I'm getting some money from it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So a lot of people will speculate on what they want you to actually turn out to be. Oh, he ain't no good. Well, no, actually he's raw than a mother. He don't help out the people. Well, actually he just been doing backpack giveaways and school giveaways, and when he don't mention it, well, he don't have to mention it. You see what I'm saying?
With it.
It runs through the ghetto. It runs through the veins of the ghetto. You know what I mean? Like your blood, your head gonna know when your heart stop pumping blood. You see what I'm saying? Exactly. That's a silent message. I don't need to tell myself I think my veins ain't. No, my brain gonna know that already automatically. They come with the game. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
You just gotta let people say what they want to say, because you gotta let them live in their own paradox of sadness, negativity, of no motivation. Like, how can you look at somebody that started off like you, but then grew past you, and then you feel like you can't get to that level? How do you feel like that when you just seen this person grow to that level? You see what I'm saying? So there's no need to hate. Just step your game up and just get to that level. You see what I'm saying? So I don't trip off what they say. I don't trip off nothing nobody say, because don't nobody pay my bills. Don't nobody, put food in my mouth. So you gotta rock with the facts, man. You know what I mean? Science. You don't need a PhD to believe in science or to know science. You know what I mean?
True facts.
Facts. If somebody tell you it's cold outside, what you gonna do? You gonna go outside to see if it's cold? That's science. That's proof. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
Wow. I mean, what's your favorite song that you recorded with Pac?
Oh man, Words to My Firstborn is kind of, there's a couple of them, but Words to My Firstborn was kind of on a deep level. I like a lot of them. Don't Sleep. I like the Ghetto Star. Ghetto Star is my most one that everybody know me from. Ghetto Star, and then Words to My Firstborn is another one that a lot of people know me from.
Sure.
So it's a lot of them, man. Too Late Player, man. There's a lot of songs I did with him that I like. You know what I mean?
Was you on Dumping?
Huh?
Was you on Dumping?
Dumping? Yes, I was on Dumping as well.
Yeah. Dope song.
Yeah, I was on Dumping as well. Yeah.
It's
Life I Lead. Yeah, there's quite a few of them.
Yeah, that Ghetto Star though, that's wow. I was banging that all day today.
Yeah, the Ghetto Star, that's one of the original songs on the Better Days album that Tupac really actually rapped to that beat.
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of speculation. There was a lot of rumors going around that the one that come out on the album wasn't the original one, but like you say, it was the original one that you guys actually recorded to.
Yeah, it was the original one. So, that's why you can't really trip off with what people say. You know what I mean? So you have the facts from me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's the original song, the original beat. Like, me and Tupac was writing to that beat before the beat was even fully completed.
Wow.
So, my homeboy, he making the beat, me and Pac writing. He making the beat, me and Pac writing. When he came to the studio, it was partially made, and then he just had to add a couple of little things in it. So, but
sure,
as he was adding, we was writing. He was adding, we was writing.
Wow.
Came out be a little masterpiece, you know?
Exactly. It's, it's still banging, 26 years later, and it's
Right.
amazing story. I mean, do you remember your last interaction with Pac?
Say that again.
Do you remember your last interaction with Tupac?
Oh man, my last phone call was I was supposed to go to Vegas that night.
Wow.
And I missed my flight, so I was gonna head out in the morning.
Sure.
That night, Pac called me. It was like, "You coming out?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm coming out. My flight is at 1:1. I'll be there." All right, cool. See you then. Missed my flight and woke up the next morning to a phone call like, "Yo, you in Vegas? You in Vegas? Are you cool? You cool? You all right? You all right?" I'm like, "What's going on?" Like, "Man, you ain't heard." I'm like, "Nah, you woke me up with the phone call. Like, this is my first,
Uh-huh.
eyes ain't even open yet. Like, what's going on?" "Oh, Pac got shot. Is it true?" I'm like, "Huh? Wait, hold on." The next thing you know, I phone blowing up. "Hey man, where you at? Where you? Hello. Hey, Pac this, Pac that. Hey man, so then I shut down and did my my calling around. "Hey, Ham, what's up? You good? You good? What's going on?" "Yeah, man, it's all right, man. I'm on my way." Click on the phone,
Sure.
way down there. You can be as powerful as the most powerful is man. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And things happen. You know what I mean? Things happen. I thought Pac would never die. You see what I'm saying? Like, never. Like, how can you think that? You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. I
So
mean, he was shot before, and he come back stronger, didn't he? He come back with a vengeance, and he was on top of the world, and got shot again, and he was just took away.
it was just like took away. You feel me?
Cool.
So we have to treat every moment, what I'm saying, like it's fragile. You know what I mean? So from the weak to the not known to the strong to the known, you can get knocked off. It's all about how you handle the situation after that. You know what I'm saying? How well you bounce back mentally. You know what I mean? Like that, like, the loss of my father. You see what I'm saying? So that right there, you got to be strong.
Sure.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you got members, you got family members, like females in the family member that you got to like hold together. Like, you see what I'm saying? You got men in the family that you got to hold together. You see what I'm saying? Men that got to hold me together. Females that got to hold me together. You see what I'm saying? So you learn to adapt to it.
Another project which was meant to be a tribute to Tupac and his vision that he had was the new Outlawz One Nation album. I mean, a lot of fans were disappointed that you actually wasn't on the project. I mean, why wasn't you on the album?
Okay, well, I'll put it like this, man. Respectively.
Okay.
When you got certain people that think a certain way about you, whether you're a positive person, whether you're a solid person, if a person got something in their mind about you, then that's his own personal dislike towards you.
Right.
Right?
Uh-huh.
So for example, if you running a project, right? And you the man, everybody coming to you about it, right?
Sure.
But you don't like me, you're not going to add me into your project.
I'm with you.
Other members might like me, but other members is not in a powerful position to make a decision on that album.
Uh-huh.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mess with people that mess with me.
Sure.
You see what I'm saying? I don't go calling nobody or begging nobody to be on nothing.
Sure.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm in a whole different mentality. Like, I didn't, not to make myself seem like this big type of person. I didn't go to Tupac and force myself on Tupac. Tupac initiated that he wanted me to be a part of the Outlawz.
Exactly.
So why should I go beg an outlaw
Fact.
to be on his project?
Uh-huh.
You see what I'm saying? So it wouldn't never make no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So I will represent my deed as an outlaw, as Tupac made me an outlaw.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I'm not going off what nobody else say. Somebody else could say, "Oh, he ain't an outlaw. He ain't whatever."
Sure.
That's your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? Your opinion versus facts.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, and the facts is, I can be quiet about it because there was more than one person in that room when Tupac made me out. You see what I'm saying? I don't have to speak up on it. But see, here's where you become faulty. When you know about it and you don't correct the person that
Sure.
throwing out these allegations.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that puts you in the boat with him.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it puts anybody else in that same boat.
Sure.
That I don't have a problem with, that has a problem with me because of one individual.
Because
that ain't real.
Because they're not.
See what I'm saying?
Sure.
That's not real. You see what I'm saying? So, like, you know, if you're on the block and it's 6, 7 dudes on the block, and one of y'all got an issue with each other, y'all handle that.
Yeah.
Y'all handle that. Whether it's a man-to-man conversation, or we're gonna go around this little corner right here where it ain't nobody, and the first person that walked back from around that corner is the winner.
Sure.
See what I'm saying? So there's a couple of ways you can handle that. There's a couple of ways you can handle that.
Yeah.
You can go around that little side and y'all can just scrap it out and get it off your chest and get it off your knuckles. You see what I'm saying? Whoever walked back around there first is the winner.
Yeah.
Right? Or you can just sit there and talk it out like men. What's not cool is me and you having an issue with each other.
Sure.
And then everybody that we know take your side without even consulting me about the whole issue. Well, what's going on with y'all?
Sure.
You see what I'm saying? Like me, I'll be like, hey man, look, check this out. What's going on with y'all, man? You know, we dudes, man. We brothers, man. What's going on with y'all, man? Yeah. I feel that y'all should, you know, come together. If it's something that is explained to me that I feel that I'm not supposed to get into, then I'll be like, that's a relationship thing. You and your lady, I can't get into that, man. That's between you and your brother. I can't get into that. That's between you and your cousin, or you and your father, or you and your mother. I can't get into that. But if we homeboys and I see, you know, something that can be, you know, slightly corrected, then I'll try, you know, I'll throw a little help out there. But now me on the other hand, you know what I'm saying, taking myself out of the third person part, putting me back into me.
Yes.
If I offer my sincere help or advice or careness to you, that's just me being me. That's not me doing that to ask for something, because I don't need nothing.
Exactly.
And I'm not no beat around the bush type of dude. If I need something, I'm just gonna ask you, hey man, can I get this? Can I get some hookup? Can I get this? Can I get that? If you're not able to give that to me, I'm not gonna be mad at you. But if you're able to give that to me, but then you don't want to give it to me after I done gave you all kind of type of game and possibly saved your life in a couple of incidents. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, yeah, on some real, man, look, man, it ain't, I keep it 100. I keep it real. At the end of the day, I fuck with you, you fuck with me. If you don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. I don't care who you is. You can be my brother. You can be my family member. If you don't fuck with me, I'm not fucking with you. You see what I'm saying? So it's a support thing. You know what I mean? Like,
how would Pac feel at, you know, with this kind of situation going on if he was still here?
This kind of type of situation wouldn't even be going on because Pac would still be in leadership.
Yeah, I was just about. I don't think it would be going on.
Yeah. Pac would be in leadership. Yeah. If Pac decided to give up that leadership only due to probably him advancing in life to another powerful position, he would point out who he think should run the outlaw group or the outlaw project, not step back and say, all right, man, y'all scramble for food like pit bulls and whoever come out on top be the head of the outlaws. And ain't no head of the outlaw. How can you be a head of an outlaw? Fact. And an outlaw person is a, is a lone wolf, basically. You see what I'm saying? Like he's an outlaw. It's a lot of outlaws, but we're lone wolves because the world don't mess with us. You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like I'm an outlaw. People be like, oh yeah, he, Nuttso one of the outlaws. But I'm by myself. You see what I'm saying? I'm by myself out here. You see what I'm saying? Like I move by myself purposely because I choose to.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I don't need no fake love. I don't need no homeboys that's gonna be with me that ain't gonna ride with me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a lot, you know what I'm saying, that people don't know because I keep quiet about it. You know what I'm saying? Until it attack me. When it attack me, then I'm gonna put you on blast. Then I'm gonna go ahead and have to speak the truth. Like, man, dude over there, yeah, he lying, man. He ain't killed nobody. He snitched on that killed somebody. You see what I'm saying? So I'll put those kind of type of truth out if I'm being attacked by it. You see what I'm saying? Then I had to let in the hood know. I had to let you hang around know. Like, look, bro, you a solid dude. He ain't. He gonna run on you. The minute somebody try to swing on you, he gonna run on you. You see what I'm saying? So, I just keep it 100. You know what I mean? Like, can't nobody deny my streetness, my solidness. I ain't never ratted on nobody. I ain't never set nobody up. I ain't never did nothing negative into these streets. You see what I'm saying? Everything or anybody that I have inflicted any kind of type of injury on, it was because they assaulted me first.
Exactly.
So that's not an aggressive person. That's a reflexive person. You know what I mean? Like I act and react off my reflexes. So what you do to me, you're gonna get hit with it back.
Fact.
It's just life.
Exactly. Straight facts. I mean, you're a real one, not so real one. I mean, moving on. I mean, I can see you've got your Outlaw District.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Outlaw District, man. I got one of the hoodies on right now.
Wow, looking fly, bro. Fly.
Outlaw District.
Yes. Where can your fans get them from?
Man, y'all can go on my I got a website, celebritycode.com. Okay. Y'all can also go on my Instagram, which is Celebrity Code Clothing. Okay. Instagram and Facebook is Celebrity Code Clothing. Y'all can go on the website, celebritycode.com. Y'all could Nuttso the Outlaw. Y'all can go on that page and order on there because I promote it on a lot of my pages. So y'all can order it there. Y'all can order it here. You, man, you know what I mean? It's good. It's good.
Yeah, we'll
just tap that Sean Cole the Outlaw, SEAN, _ Cole _ the _ Outlaw, or Nuttso the Outlaw _ you know how that go.
That's it, bro.
Man, y'all can find some product, y'all can find some merch, y'all can find a lot of things that I got going on. You know what I mean?
For sure. I mean, what's next for Nuttso? What's coming in 2022?
Oh man, it's a big schedule, man. I got a couple of artists that I'm working with. John Curtis is one of them. I got another artist. He's a country boy. John Curtis, man, I just salute to my one artist right there, my one R&B artist right there, man. Right now I'm more focused on structuring a team rather than just slapping things out there. Put that out there. I can do that. I can put music out all day long. I can put your album out all day long. Wow. So I want to structure it, you know what I mean? To be more like a Bay Area Dr. Dre, you know what I'm saying? Like how you can not music wise, but music wise. You see what I'm saying? So like Dr. Dre, you can see that he made multiple millionaires, like, you know what I'm saying, all the way from the NWA stage to, okay, we're gonna leave the NWA to the death row. Okay, that ain't working. We're gonna leave the death row to the aftermath. Okay, then you see what I'm saying? So he gave birth to a lot of good artists. You see what I'm saying? A lot of good businessmen. So that's the page I'm on. You know what I'm saying? I'm more into structuring a team now, more than just sending them out there. You know what I mean? So John Curtis is my R&B artist, dope, raw. You know what I mean? One of the best that's finna come out and do it. So y'all heads up on that one. You feel me? Then I got a country artist too, Country Boy Pat. Okay. He's a young Caucasian guy, country guy. He's blind and he plays the guitar. And I got a country album that I'm gonna put out on him. Also got a gospel album that I'm gonna do with my mother. So, you know, got a lot going on, man. So, you know, all that, right along with some new music coming from me, of course. You see what I'm saying? So got all these projects going, got all this assembly line rolling, you know what I'm saying? So we going, we pushing, we rocking. So 2022 is a full year, man. I'm trying to drop a book. I'm trying to do some mini movies and
Wow, okay.
projects, you know?